On the other hand, if I've got a 6,000-pound pole sitting on the front forks, I don't tie it down. I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. So immediately the first thing that people say is, well, that's dangerous. A 6,000-pound, and usually there's 12 flat sides on most of these transmission poles. Some of them might be round concrete. They said it can roll or it can slide off of the forks. And so the answer to that is, so what? Watch this. If the pole falls off of the forks and hits nobody, OSHA doesn't care. It's that simple. I thought about writing a book about the simplicity of complying with OSHA, and I'm going to title it, Don't Swim with Piranhas. If piranhas will eat you when you're in the water, how do you prevent that? Don't swim with piranhas. Well, if a pole falling off of the forks will hit somebody, don't allow anybody to be in that space. So this has to do more with work planning and methods of work than anything else. And there's a good reason for that. Now, let's look at this. Here's our loader. Our pole falls off the loader. There is a hazard zone where that pole might go. Now, we're professional linemen. We know what the trajectory of hazard is when we're under a strain. We figure those all the time. We know where the wire is going if something breaks. We know where the rope's going. We know where the hoist is going. We stay out of that line of fire. Well, we do the same thing with a pole on the front of a forklift. If I put a pole on the front of the forklift, then my work procedures ought to say, this is where you stand, this is not where you stand. And if we have, and sometimes there's no great distance. Sometimes we pick it up off the back of the truck moves, we set it down, and it stays right there until the crane comes by, picks it up, and puts it in the ground. Other times, because of the terrain, our staking point may be some ways off of the terrain, and we may have to go some distance with that loader. That might include rocky areas or inclines or slopes. If we have a policy and we have a tailboard that says, okay, here's where we're picking it up, here's where we're going. If we lose the pole, this is where the pole's going. Just make sure you're not there. If it falls off, nobody gets hurt. No big deal.